Hey guys, G.I. Joe Junkie here, back with another video. Got a fun little story about this. So I bought this about 3 weeks ago. I thought I'd be able to be opening it about 5 days, the next week after I had bought it. I got it at a good deal. It was $90 with $10 shipping, and that's pretty good for this because if you look it up now, it's $150 to $180, and this box is just a little bit beat up, like I always do. It's not bad. That's why I got it a little cheaper originally. It just has like a, where is it? There's a nice little hole down here. There it is. There's a nice little hole. And it's got like a nice couple little dings in it, but it wasn't too bad, you know. He got me a good deal. But the seller accidentally sent me the Imperial Procession with Cobra Commander, the Baroness, and the Imperial Guards, the first version of those. Which the thing is actually pretty cool, but it's not what I bought. So I had waited about a week, and that it showed up, and I found out that it was the wrong thing. Contacted the seller, sent it back, and he actually was really cool about it, because I really did want this. He gave me a great deal, because I had originally got the wrong thing, and explained to him actually what I do, and I kind of needed it for a minute. Instead, I just pulled out, I didn't need it, but I like doing the G.I. Joe videos, but instead I pulled out some Marvel toys just to fill in the gaps between when I was actually going to get this. So he ended up selling to me for $70, straight up, no tax added, no shipping, anything. And I did get this yesterday. I am really excited about this. For $70, that is awesome. It's like, what, $12 each figure? You can't beat that. This has version 6 of the Crimson Force guards, which I think are pretty cool. They look like the Shadow Guards without the helmets on, of course, but they look like the Crimson Guards with. The basic design on those are exactly the same. Logo's the same. I mean, the emblem's the same, everything. I believe the design, everything's the same on them, except for the weapons. They did actually give these guys guns, which is awesome, instead of ninja weapons, which some of the other guys couldn't hold from the Shadow Guard one. It does have version 5 of Xamot. This does have a version with Tomax. I can't find one in box anywhere. I can only find the Xamot one. I've found multiple of these. I've looked and looked and looked. But I can find a Tomax out of box in pretty good condition. He's about $60. I do want him. The only difference on him is the hair and the scar on the face. But I want it. I'm looking around to maybe wait till I can find something cheaper. If I can find one in box, maybe, because I would love to have, like another 4 of these. And I was thinking actually maybe doing a custom Firefly with this one, because I think this is one of the best versions of Firefly there is besides the original. I think it is as good as the original, actually. I really like the colors on this. It has the, what is that called? Urban camo design. It's really cool looking to me. This is version 13. Sorry, I'm doing that off ahead. I think maybe it is better than the original version. This may be the best version of Firefly to me. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to open this guy up. We're going to review the Crimson Guards now, and then I'm going to do an individual video for Firefly and Xamot. I did not, unfortunately, grab a knife, so I'm going to go do that right now. And we are going to open this up. I always forget I need knives for these because the bottoms are taped, and it just makes my life easier. I don't really want to tear it because I'm going to cut it for the file cards. And I can just get rid of the rest of the box because these file cards are really small, which is good. It makes my life easier for storage and everything else. This really was an awesome deal. The seller that sold this to me did me right. I know he didn't mean to send me the wrong one. The one that he actually sent me was way more expensive on his store. He had it listed for $150 because the box was actually in really good condition. And I didn't want it. I really wanted this. I mean, I really like the Imperial Procession. It was kind of cool. I didn't quite like the Baroness all too much in that one when I saw it when it came. She kind of looked clunky. But, like, clunky, and I mean, like, the upper body kind of looked thick on her. It was just kind of weird. I don't know how to explain it. The Cobra Commander looked cool. And I really did like the guards. And it came with the kind of a cheesy looking throne. And a couple flags that were actually kind of cool, though. The throne didn't look all that great, though. I've seen some thrones that people have like 3D printed online that I've actually been looking to maybe getting for a Cobra Commander. All right, let's get back to this now. We're going to open up one of these guys and see what kind of condition he's in. Hopefully, he's in better condition than some of the other ones that I got from like the Shadow one. They did have a loose joint here and there. From what I saw when I was looking at this, there was no cracked elbows. I could kind of see them all from the plastic, which was awesome. He's in really good condition. His O-ring is awesome. His arms are awesome. Everything's tight. Joints, everything. Except for this knee. Slightly loose, especially compared to the rest of it that doesn't basically move, but that's okay. It's no big deal. It's not that bad. And we're going to check out this guns that they came with. I really like the designs of these. I wish the Shadow Guards came with something like this. I've been looking at gun lots and other stuff too, just to have weapons. I don't like that it doesn't actually have the hole. Most of the guns do. Right here for like fingers, even though the fingers don't go through them, they actually usually put the holes on them. They did start getting a little cheap later on with the designs of the they just like look like they cut corners on certain things from like 2001 to 2005. Maybe why people stopped buying them. I did buy some of that stuff back then, and I don't have it anymore, unfortunately. But it was really cheap back then. I remember the 2-packs being like $4.99. And the 6-packs, I believe, they weren't over $10. If I remember right. Maybe they were $12, something like that. You can find them at KB, though. Especially the KB outlets back then for really cheap. These do come with the same backpack as the Shadow Guards do. This is the, basically, Dusty's backpack. That's really cheesy that they did that. They could have... Could have even just given them different type of backpacks. Hell, give them different, what do you call it? G.I. Joe backpacks, Cobra backpacks. They could have mixed it up, but whatever. We're going to put one of these helmets on just to see what they look like with helmet on. With these, since I have 4, I'll probably keep 2 helmeted, 2 unhelmeted. This guy's head is a little loose too. I hadn't really moved that around yet, but whatever. It's not too bad, just slightly. We'll take out the other one here, see what kind of condition he's in. Alright, O-ring is good. Head is really tight, especially compared to the other one. Left arm is extremely loose, like played with condition. And the legs are awesome. I tend to find that with these. That's really fixable sometimes. With the looseness here, there's not much I can do with this way. I can inside on the ball joint. I can open these up, and you can put a clear coat of nail polish on them. You have to make sure it really dries. Just put it very thinly, and it makes these kind of joint movements much tighter. But this kind of joint movement here, I can't do anything about that ring. There's just nothing. It actually looks like that ring's cracked. It is, and that's out of package. There's not much you can do about that, you know. It is what it is. I'll probably throw a helmet on this guy too, just because that arm's kind of janky. Let's take out the other one. I'm hoping I can get one of these guys where they're all tight, nice, and... Alright. Start with the legs. Same with this one. This one's leg's better than the first one, the left leg. It's a little loose, but it's not as loose as the first one was. These joints are good. No cracked elbows. Arms are really tight. Head's really tight. This is probably the best one so far. Now, with these, I did notice you get some paint, because like I said, they sloppily made these. I had the same thing happen with the Shadow Guard one. Yes, let me see if I can't get in on that. Alright, so he has a lot of excess paint here. Come on, zoom in. On his stomach from doing that Cobra logo. It just like dripped on. I was able to scrape some of that off of the Shadow Guard one. I'm probably going to be able to do it off of this one. It'll be not too bad, but I mean, that's kind of cheaply made, you know what I mean? They really were. That's why no one was buying this kind of stuff back then. But they are cool. They were done in the old design, which I really, really like. Let's check this guy out. Arms, really good. Knees, really good. The only problem here, slight separation on the leg. Let's see if we can focus in on that. It's hard to see it. It's not much, but that can be fixed by actually screwing down the screw, which they didn't do all the way. As you can actually see it, it's lifted. Cheaply made. Sorry, Hasbro, but that's what you were doing back then. And the rest of him is good. He's one of the better ones, too. His legs are really awesome. So the last two ended up being really good. Those are the ones that I'm going to keep without the helmets on. And I'm going to put the kind of not so better ones with helmets on. And we're going to move on to Xamot. I really like this design. They never really made like the corporate design of him like this back in the day. And they used to show it on the cartoon all the time. You would see him like in this design. And this is really cool to me. His O-ring's really tight, almost to the point where it's pulling. It's kind of interesting. It's really tight. His head's a little loose. The arms are really good on him. The head's, it's not too bad. It's just a little loose. And the legs are awesome on him. They did an okay paint job on him. He doesn't have any like smears, nothing like that, from what I can tell. And he's a pretty cool character to me. I like him and his brother. When I was a kid, my grandmother got me the 2-pack of him. I really was into him and the two brothers, the twins, the Dreadnoughts. I loved Zartan when I was a kid as well. That changing color feature was a big thing to me when I was a kid. I really enjoyed that. Probably most kids did around my age, like 5, 6 years old when that came out. Being able to put them under hot water, cold water, and making them change. Now this one I'm hoping is really good condition. So far, he's very tight. Left arm, just a little loose, but not bad. Head's tight because it doesn't have any up and down movement. It just has back and forth movement. So the head is just really tight, which is not that bad. I don't mind that. It doesn't need to move up and down. The arms are really good. That one's just a little loose, but that's really no big deal. I really, really enjoy this Firefly. This is an awesome, awesome character to me. The paint job, the urban camo is really cool. Before I knew this one existed, I was actually thinking of buying a vintage one and doing something like this. But I'm thinking of now just buying a vintage one and maybe making just a complete black one with maybe like little details on it. Instead of the gray color that it was, maybe doing all black on it. With very fine, like, white details. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I can do with it. The paints are going to be really expensive. So, from what I've been looking at Michael's to do, like, customs for paints that'll actually adhere to the Joe plastic. But, maybe I could get a hold of one of these, too, and do, like, a custom of one of these. And maybe add to it. I don't know. That's what I've been thinking. Because I can't find another 6-pack to get his brother anyway. So, I'm going to probably have to buy him separately. We'll see. We're going to check out Firefly's weapons, and we'll do Xamot's as well. These things, too, honestly, if you're looking for replacements, these aren't bad. For, like, if you wanted to take the phone and really just give it to the original Firefly, that works. I got to be careful with this phone. They actually put the little piece through that plastic. Irk my soul. Wow. Okay. Let's try not to break this. Oh, lordy, lord. I'm going to have to do that later. I'm going to have to cut around that plastic. I can probably do it now. Let's be careful. I really wanted to get this phone out. Just be careful. Don't try this at home, kids, with the knife. There we go. I didn't break it? No. Nice, I just broke the plastic, not the phone. Cool. That's a dumb design. Sorry, guys. I'm glad I didn't cuss or anything. I always try not to cuss on these videos. But that was just stupid. I almost broke the phone just trying to get it out of there because they had that thing so rammed in there. God dang it. That was ridiculous. All right. So we got that out. We got his backpack. I'm wondering. No, poor design, of course. The phone doesn't actually fit in the backpack, does it? Nope. All right. I was wondering if it did. They should have made it kind of where it does without the satellite piece on top. They didn't really need it, but whatever. I know it's for his like his actual tools and stuff, but it would have been cool maybe if you could just put it in there. Have a storage place for it. I think too much. I should be a designer for them. All right, his gun I do like. It does have this little wrist piece. Let's see if we can actually hold it. Yeah, you know what? I'll get to it later. Because I'm actually going to review these. All right. And from what I saw, this is actually for Tomax. Or not Tomax, sorry, Xamot. And so is this. Oh, they did the same thing with this gun. I'm going to have to cut it out. I'm going to do that later. And we'll take the gun out. And so that is, what do you call it? The Crimson Guards, the version 6. I really do like these. I really think this was worth it, especially at that price. I basically did pay like $12 per figure, which is awesome. Good luck finding a deal like I did, guys. We will do a separate video for Xamot and Firefly. But, as you can see, these are really cool. They do have flaws here and there, like this one I just noticed too. The paint right here is, you know, but what can you do? It is what it is. At least these ones, there'll be no O-ring replacements. These are all really tight. I will have to fix that one guy's left arm, though, because he's so loose. That's just, it's bad. I'm going to have to try to fix what I can for that. But with that cracked metal piece here, there's not much I'm going to be able to do for him. So he gets a helmet. All right, guys. I'm your G.I. Joe Junkie. That was awesome. It was worth the wait for getting this, just for that Firefly. And I will see you guys next video, and we'll be bringing you Firefly and Xamot next. Thank you for watching, guys. See you next time.